Hey everybody, Weasem here. It is 12:16 a.m. just now, I guess Thursday, August 21st. We needed 11,568, I believe, to fully upgrade a swapper with our discount. And I am going to get back to my attack damage spreadsheet here. What I decided to do with Fire Kraken, the dragon, it's all people talk about with him is like Magnificent Parade, and it does not really appeal to me. I think the armor was a nice touch, but I'm going to give Jade Fire Kraken the showcase path up top and Booming Bouncer down low. Reason for that, I just think the practicality of having a jump attack do damage is phenomenal, and that's what I'm going to run with, and hope it works out for the best. We're in a really funky camera angle. As you can see, I got cash. I needed some for Jade, and then I was going through getting some of the other guys ready since I have the extra skydiving. So we're going to come in here. I'm going to try to make this one a little quicker for you. Just kind of pick everything up top and bottom and then kind of showcase them. I'll talk damage numbers as we go. If you want like a full-on, me not knowing anything and detail and explanations and everything, watch Fire Kraken's base upgrades. You can find that by taking the link at the top of the video description box. It of course will take you to my site, oneweasel.com. You'll see all of the upgrade videos. You'll see base upgrades for Jade and Fire. You'll see the 4 upgrade path videos, and then of course you'll have my analysis as well as the spreadsheet which outlines the damage numbers for each attack. That said, on the top, he actually begins, I guess I should say, with Sparkling Strikes, which is 34 to 51, which is a really respectable number, and that gets upgraded quite nicely as we go. Glow Stick runs 512. Bear in mind, I've got 18 Wing Sapphires. That's the max discount of 36%. Glow Stick runs 512 with that discount. Press Y to swing a new staff that does increased damage. So pay attention to the staff there, and you will see a change now. So basically, it kind of added like more of a radius, I guess you would say, around like the ends and maybe a little color to it. Rising, oh I skipped that. Anyway, Rising Fountain's up next. 640 is the price. Hold Y to charge a staff attack. Release to cause a large explosion that knocks up and damages nearby enemies. Now that could have been worded a little differently, but this is one of the best upgrades this guy has in my opinion. I don't care that it's outside of an upgrade path. Same goes with the big one on the bottom and in the same spot, your final base upgrade, if you will. What that's going to do, basically, our 34 to 51 became 44 to 66 with Glow Stick. And then when you charge this for 2 seconds, you're actually going to shoot up into the air, crash down with a cloud of fireworks, and you're doing 85 to 128, which is really salty damage. Now, the first base upgrade is the tertiary attack. Its Dragon Parade cost is 192. Hold X to run around in a Dragon Parade costume, knocking back and damaging enemies in the way. The sad thing here, it's got a 4-second runtime, damage is 18 to 27, and that's basically all this thing does at that point in time. Alright, so we are now ready to pick a path, but we're not going to do that. That will be in a separate video. We're coming to the bottom, and there's a good look at Jade Fire Kraken, if you needed one. Alright, he gets started. His actual base ability is Start the Show. Basically, you tap the A button, or whatever your secondary attack button is on your console of choice, 3 times. The first and second time, it's going to do 10 to 15 damage, and the third time, there's like a little firework that'll train off. It'll do 25 to 38. You can get that to work twice. Essentially, what I mean by that is if you're right on an enemy, it'll do the 25 to 38, and then you'll have like this little streamer fireworks shoot off and do 25 to 38 elsewhere. So that's kind of a nice little touch there. But Show Off that I just bought for you, the third hit that was doing 25 to 38, that now gets 3 projectiles. The downside is there's no damage increase. They're still doing 25 to 38. But again, can't argue with numbers there. Kraken Up, this is a big one for me. I know most people probably think, oh, that's the lamest, thing this guy's got. I disagree, because what I do, I attack and then I evade. That's why speed and armor are important to me. 512 is the price. Press B B to jump, throwing down fireworks, and damaging nearby enemies. Now, you're probably thinking, oh, that's kind of stupid, you know, and then you'll do it, and you're like, man, there's not even a special jump. It's just a standard one. The thing is, it does 25 to 38 damage. And when you factor that in with as much as you jump, particularly to evade enemies, that's some really useful stuff. It seems lame, I'll give you that, but it's actually very, very practical. It's basically like if you walked and you did damage. The jump is that basic of a movement, and now we're doing significant damage. If it was like 6 to 9, I would think, yeah, that is pretty lame. 25 to 38, though, is really cool. So, final base upgrade is the big one, and it is a big one. Hold A for a short time. I'm sorry, I misspoke. On the Rising Fountain, that's just a staff charge. I was thinking of the big one where you shoot up in the air. But the big one, 640, hold A for a short time to light a timed fuse that causes a massive firework attack after a short time. Now, the damage numbers there for the big one, you're actually going to be looking at 120 to 180. So his final base upgrade, Rising Fountain, 2-second charge time, 85 to 128, and then the big one, charge it for 2 seconds, and then you've got a 12-second runoff time, and then you've got 120 to 180. Those are some significant upgrades. Now, Stunning Sparkler and Booming Bouncer, you're going to have to wait on that. So what we're going to do is pop down here and kind of take a look at what's going down. I'll try to kind of just quickly highlight these for you. Dragon Parade, let's see if it looks different. No, that's a disappointment. But again, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a 4-second deal, and that's disappointing to me. You can see there, 18 damage. Critical side would be 27. Just nothing fantastic to me. Now, where we were doing 34 to 51, just our standard attack, he's now doing 44 to 66. That is a significant number, and he can fire it off very quickly. However, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, I charge that up, you start to see the light show, and he throws down the Fury, 85 to 128, which is, in my opinion, awesome. Now what we're going to do is actually take a look at the bottom end, start the show. We kind of had, that actually looks really cool, but you can see 10 to 15 essentially on 1 and 2, and then that last one's going to be 25 to 38, but note, kind of come in here in the middle and you see all three of them together. 25 to 38, granted one of them shot off at the sheep, so I can't control where they go, but it's a neat deal. Does no increased damage, but I mean, you're adding 2 rounds of 25. I'm not going to argue with that. The big one, this is really cool. You basically 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. Note that his tail's going, we can still use the staff, we can still do all our projectiles, but once that 12 seconds runs off, you do that and it does 120 to 180. If you think, wait, didn't you skip something? I skipped Kraken up. That's the one where you just jump. It doesn't look like much. It looks like one of those little dinky, you know, like 4 to 6 or, you know, 6 to 9 type things. But check that out, 25 to 38 just by jumping. And that's going to pay dividends the way I play the game. Some people may hate it and may love the dragon. My playstyle, it's going to be awesome. That's why I'm a big fan of Rising Fountain, so I selected Showcase Path up top for Jade. And then I'm such a fan of that simplistic attack there, 25 to 38 when you jump. I'm going to give him Booming Bouncer, and we're going to hope for the best. I know nothing about those paths, aside from I didn't take them with Fire Kraken. So, we're done with this video. Again, if you want like the full-on, you know, blind playthrough type version I usually do, you can find that in Fire Kraken's video, which again, link at the top of the video description box is your friend. Take it and you will know everything you would ever want to know about Fire Kraken. That said, I'm going to come back in here. We will take Showcase first, and then we will finish it up with Booming Bouncer. Then Jade will be fully upgraded, and I will be a happy guy, and the swappers will be complete, and I can sleep easy knowing that's done. And I just have a lot of other bonus content and the returning characters, if you will, to upgrade. So I'm also wondering if anyone wants to see that. I realize, you know, it comes late for me because I do the whole game before I do upgrades, because I like to progress and appreciate the characters, yada yada. You've heard this before. But I don't know if people are interested in like seeing me upgrade Turbo Jetvac down my preferred path, or if you just want to see the WoW pal. I think for the sake of me doing it, I'm going to just stick to my guns unless people tell me otherwise. They just want to see the WoW pal. But I feel like I am the only person that actually documents things in this manner, and while it may not be appreciated right now, you know, come this time in Trap Team when people are getting swap force, you know, or maybe it comes a year late for them, things of that nature, or you're just like, hey, you know, there's a big sale on the swap force, guys, now I can get a second figure. I feel like that's when people will really start to appreciate what I'm doing here. Then of course I think the hardcore numbers people, you know, probably already enjoy that on the blog and everything. So that said, I'm inclined to go that route, just kind of what I've been doing. Maybe make it one complete video for those guys since I'm so familiar with them. I could do something like I did here. I don't know, I'll make an update video on it, but if you've got thoughts and you're actually watching this one, let me know what you'd prefer. And as always, thanks for watching. If you are not subscribed, please do so. As a subscriber, you will be the first to know when new videos come out. You can follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, circle me on Google+, whichever you prefer. Again, Jade is going to go down the showcase path and the booming bouncer path, so stay tuned for that, and I will catch you back here next time.